right, I am getting back onto this piece. Some of you guys have been following me for a bit with it. Let's see. All right, is that better? Hey guys, how you doing? Good morning. I woke up late because obviously I was doing this all night, and we're not doing that. Gotta get this done for Chicago. Did I sleep well? Sorta. Hey, what's going on? How you guys doing? I am gonna have to stop doing those late night things because they're killing me. Killing me. They're too long. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and get in some strokes over here on Wolverine's arm. You're not getting any younger, dude. That's so tough. Thank you. Well, thank you. Gee whiz. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Making me feel older already. I'm already an old man. Oh my gosh. What are you gonna do? No, yes, true. I remember, but still, you don't have to say it. It's funny. I never really been that concerned about my age, but all of a sudden, I'm a little more sensitive about it than I used to be. I don't know why. Nothing's really changed, right? Good morning. How you doing? Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. That's not right. Working late night. Yeah. You know what it is that's the prime time for me and my family. Everybody's asleep and I can get some working in, so it helps me a lot, but I think in the end it's causing me some distress physically, so I gotta make some adjustments, especially when I'm starting my day so late. I could have done 30 things by the time I got up this morning, so that's not helpful. That's one of the things you got to be able to do is stay productive and get things complete. But that's why I'm working on this right now, because I need to finish this and move on from it because it's taking up a lot of time. But it gives me something to scope about. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to keep them shorter too, because whatever happened to my video last night, my phone, when it canceled the video, I was in the middle of for those of you who may not know, I was in the middle of a session last night, and the what do you call it? This application can't quit on me, and it says, "Hey, sorry." It gives me that whole little "I'm sorry," but what it didn't tell me was that it corrupted. It happened the last time too. It corrupts my file, so I lost that video. So, and I wonder if it's something to do with the length of time using the app. I don't know. Did he forget that he started a cast? Did he forget that he started a cast? Who are you talking? You talking to me? I don't know what you're referencing, buddy. I'm sorry. What do you use to cover the print on the sketch cover to overlap the drawing? I use a couple of things. I discovered this thing recently. Have you seen this? This is a Pen Touch, also a Sakura product. Sakura. Really good tool. It's pretty opaque. I actually like it a lot. The problem is, it's one of those pen things. Every time I pop it open, it splatters on me. Same thing as this. I got this one as well. This one's pretty good too. This is really good. Molotov. I don't know what the deal is with it, but it's great. I really enjoy it. So I'll cover with that. There's also, you can also use, I have something called acrylic gouache. It's white acrylic gouache, and that is really useful as well to cover up ink disruptions, or because it's an opaque paint that is easy to work over. That's the key. Is you got to find something that's easy to work over if you wanted to come back over it. Cool. Gonna order some. Got some commissions to finish. Okay, be good. Thank you. Oh man, I can't wait. That's gonna be a good time, man. I have already some cool invitations from people. Apparently, I'm doing dinner with more folks than I thought I would be, but that's awesome. That is awesome. It's gonna be a good time, man. My partner and I, we're getting ready to get our ducks in a row here. He's got to work some things out with his wife before we head out. But did you send me an email yet, David? I can't remember. I responded to someone last night, I think. I thought it was you. Maybe or if you were looking to get on it. I don't know if that's what you said it or not. I just assumed. Okay, did I? So I did respond to you. All right. What did you want, by the way? Oh, that's right. Okay, gotcha. Okay, I remember that now. Okay, it was you. So, all right, or whenever it was that I responded, I think it was yesterday. See, that's the only other downside to working late is you forget days and time. It's very odd. It's a very surreal feeling. Have to leave our class so I can. Okay, thank you very much for coming by. I appreciate it. Hope everything's good over there. So the way I'm going to ink Jean's hair is I'm not going to give it all the same level of... She's a redhead, and I don't want to confuse the tones that I'm putting into her. I can only be on for a little while, guys, because I have my dad's coming by to help me with some things, so... I'm gonna take him out to lunch, but but anyway, at least for this next few minutes or so, I can scope this out. So I'm gonna do what they call. I'm gonna keep her hair much cooler. What that means is I'm not gonna use as many lines. I'm not gonna, this is definitely a warmed up illustration. Do you still make prints of that Batman Arkham did a while back? Yes, I do. Can I send you another email? Sure. Did I not? Maybe I didn't respond to it then. I think I got. I will make sure to do that. My squad and I'll see you when you get CC to them. I walk up. God bless you, man. Very good. I look forward to it, man. Yeah, please don't arrest me. I didn't do it. I'm just saying. Just kidding. I'm probably still going to do Periscopes at night from time to time. I'm just not going to do them as late or as long, perhaps. Because I think I was on for a couple of hours. That might be the way to... All right, I'm going to bounce around a little bit here. I'm going to go back to Wolverine's wrist wrap, or whatever you want to call this. So, very carefully adding in my lines. By the way, thanks again for the discussion about copyrights. You're welcome. I'm glad we talked about it. It was a great conversation, and thanks to Reno. He's the one that brought it up, and that's I don't want to go back into it too much, but it's definitely a touchy subject, and so many people enjoy benefiting from other people's properties, and that's not necessarily a problem. I mean, we all enjoy trip to the movies, we all enjoy all those kinds of fun things, but I can see how this conversation is not over. There's gonna be a lot more. So, as I said, let's be prepared. So whatever happens, we'll have to adjust, just like every other society adjusts when things change. I used to think that change was the end of the world. It may be one day, but not necessarily. Okay, yeah. So now I'm just kind of adding a light source, a highlight, if you will, a little glare in the center. Thank you. It does. It creates options, and you know, it forces you. It forces you to make new decisions that you probably wouldn't have made or have explored had you not had the opportunity. So change is welcome in these parts, if you will. But it's scary though. Change is scary, and you know, when you know, I like, it's like watching a cooler Bob Ross. Oh Lord, Bob Ross. I'm never gonna live that down. I'll tell you what. You know, I think change is good. I think when you when you approach it from a certain perspective, can it be disrupting? Absolutely. That's inherent to change. But I think that once you have a good handle on what's changing, you know, you start to come to terms with that. Then it just opens up. Okay, what do I do next? Okay, how do I take? I mean, that's really the the most important part of any of this is that you are how do I say this without giving away too much here, but when you make a change, you get into a mode where you're starting to problem solve, and that's really the point. You want to get to a position of problem solving where you're thinking about everything from a new angle, and what happens is you don't have to think of it that way when everything's the same, because well, you know, everybody's having fun and life is good, and why fix it if it ain't broke? But then what you discover along the way that, you know what, it is broke. And no matter how you try to dress it, it doesn't change the fact that it's broke. So you need to adjust. And I think that's where the fun comes from. You're adjusting based on what the new paradigm is. Right? So, you know what? I can either cry about change, or I can be part of it and take advantage of it and make it work for me. So that's one of the benefits of. All right, that claw looks terrible. I'm gonna do something here. I don't recommend this. Please don't try this at home. Just kidding. I'm gonna kind of bring it in like that because I think that's where it belongs. A little more of a curve there. All right, so so someone asked me earlier about the tool that I use for fixing stuff, or I'm gonna go ahead and bring out my pen touch from Sakura. All right, so you see the kind of tip it has. It's a little saturated right now. So what I do with this is I try to come in. Oh, it's not working today unless I'm out of ink. Let's see. And it's pretty opaque. It leaves a little bit of a yellow cast to the page, but it's okay. I think I'm running out. This thing served me well for the last few uses. So I'm going to go ahead and be careful to include some more. Build up. You got to be careful with this stuff because when it's wet, when it's dry and then you wet it again, it starts to melt down again, so it throws off your whole deal. I'm basically going to try to erase that line with this, much like you might do in Photoshop or something, just because I want to start that over. I'm not happy with that, so I'll have to come back later and rework this area. All right, let that dry while I'm the cool Bob Ross. Oh man, I should have changed my name from Jerkmonger to the cool Bob Ross. I knew the kids would dig it. Excuse me. There you go. Pretty cool. Looking at the reference again, this is my reference. For those of you who may not know, I'm looking at these images here to kind of get the ideas for the costume. I already see that I didn't quite execute um, what's her name? Her costume very well, but let's gonna call it my take. How about that? Because that's what you do. You don't cry about the past. You move forward. That was a flippant comment, huh? Sometimes the past is deep, but you got to move forward regardless. It's not going to do you any good hanging back and regretting and all sorts of things. So you can either fix it or you can live with it. What I'm doing here is I'm actually trying to create these, not generic, but what do you call them? They're abstract or random looking shapes to kind of create the folds in the fabric that I want her costume to have. People freak out on their scopes because the phone showed a glimpse of their reference. Well, I don't know these characters by heart, so I need to review what they look like when they're dressed. Yeah, well, there you go. That's what we had this whole conversation about that last night too. That's what happens when you copy. You're bound to make something dumb. I didn't catch that last comment about brush right. I'm not sure what that is. Am I doing it wrong? He's not holding the brush right. What's wrong with him? All right. Yeah, I don't understand this costume at all, but I think they were definitely trying to do something 90s, 80s. It almost feels like some weird pseudo contemporary something or other. I don't know how to describe it exactly. Let's see. See, when you get comfortable with the brush, you can do bold lines like that, and it's nothing to fear. You just kind of where you're gonna take it to and how to adjust for it. Like here, okay, I went over the line that I had there. Okay, wasn't married to it. That scared you just now? Don't be scared, man. This is all it's art, man, and there's always whiteout. In fact, that's been an inker's friend for many, many years. All right, so I'll put this here. Put this here. This is a little more of a planned shape. I want to go ahead and bring that across here. I'm going to call that space done. How's this doing? All right, let's see if I can finish this off up here too while I'm at it. And I'm going to bring... That'll work for now. Not my favorite, but I don't want to keep fudging with it too much. Actually, it doesn't. That's kind of cool to give a little bit of a straight edge, almost like a steak knife or something. The shape is getting lost here because of the way I did that. We'll fix that later. All right, so all right, doing some of this here. Yeah, I might have to split soon if my dad gets here shortly. So my daddy's coming home. I can't stay here long. All right, so I'm happy with that that thumb. That's pretty cool. I got the edge of where the nail is. That makes me happy. Hey, what's up, Mike? Yeah, it is too. You know me, man. I'm still sleeping. Oh my gosh, that's funny. All right. Da 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 da. Like that. Itching for a scratch. I got that down. What's up? Okay. Mike, I don't know if I told you, but you had you asked me about a change in your commission plan. That's fine with me. Whatever you need me to do, man. Whatever works for you, brother. Bro Chacho, Brofessor. I like that commercial. Okay, what I'm doing here is I always felt when I started this sketch that her wrist was too narrow for this, this extreme angle. So I'm just adding a little more weight to her that hand, so it feels a little more in your face, sucker. In your face, sucker. Move, sucker. Move, sucker. I just need to add some cis to my Fernandez gallery and do a great dark side of things. I do, right? I'm like Mr. Darkness over here, Mr. Dark Soul. Who would have thought, right? Yes, join us. You are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take her away. That's my weak my weak interpretation of the Vader. Speaking of, man, I haven't seen Force Awakens in a bit. I really like that movie. I want to see it again soon. I think I'm gonna do this here. Let's do that there. Oh, Blu-ray in April. Oh yeah, that's soon? Damn. It's not in the theater anymore? Gosh, I'm starting to get to the point where I expect movies to be like rides at Disney World. Like they're always there. Can't wait to go see it again. That's not their fault though. That's mine for being such a hog with movies. But slowing down. Okay, all right. I gotta go check it out one more time. I enjoy that movie before it leaves the theater because I do like the theater experience for it. All right, so what do you think, Mike? How you like the Wolverine? Is it coming out pretty cool? Kind of up your alley. I think I would say if you were doing if you did like a jam piece with darkness stuff, and this would be a cool way to do Wolverine meets darkness, is this version. He's actually pretty scary looking. The hair, all wild and freaky. He's almost, well, that's kind of what Age of Apocalypse was, right? Like a darkness world. Dark universe. What kind of, and where can we get the brushes you use? Oh, light bulb, ding. This is a Pentel brush pen, and I get this on Amazon. It's my faithful friend. This is the silver to my Lone Ranger. Yeah, I love this thing. I didn't see that last comment. I'm sorry. Actually, Mike, you can do darkness with any of the characters from Age of Apocalypse. Am I ready for a C2E2? Pretty much. I'm not totally. I still have some art to produce. This is actually the pre-commission for the show. But I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to do too many more. It depends on where I'm at. I have a lot to do next week. It's Pentel Pocket Brush Pen. Look up Pocket Brush Pen. I got a lot to do. I got to get in some. I'm just doing this to warm up for the day, and then I got to prepare some lists of a new painting series I'm going to be working on. After that, Yeah, I'm kind of. I think I don't know. This sounds kind of crazy, but I think I might, depending on how things go with my painting business, I might actually cycle out of the comic stuff. Um, we'll see. We are young. No one can tell us we're right. Scram, scrams, and scram, scrams, and scrams. That's my generic language for things I don't know. I don't know the lyrics. I just screams it. Scram, love is a battlefield. This is Jean Grey from Age of Apocalypse. At least, my version for now. The toughest parts of drawing round shapes with a brush is you have to really be careful to not make something round look clumsy or blocky or like a wrecked ball of clay. You want to look round and beautiful. Let me see here. Let's do this. And doot doot doot. All right. Yeah, this is actually really cool. I like the Wolverine this way. I had a figure of him like that, the burnt face. It's pretty cool. Yeah, Pentel Pocket Brush Pen. Okay, let's see. A couple of those. Has a stump. In that story, it was cool. I thought it was cool actually. He had a fight. There was a schism with the X-Men, and Cyclops had a final blowout with Wolverine over Jean Grey or something, and he shot his hand off. So of course he lost his hand, so he wasn't able to regenerate or heal. Which always answers. I guess that answers the question: can he grow another head? I don't think so, because he couldn't grow another hand. But that's when they were still exploring the how the claw works for the consumer, and basically that's when you first discover that, oh well, hey, wait a minute, that those claws are in his arm, and that's how it comes out, and so of course they'd still be there, whatever. I don't know what that last code was. I don't know if that's some sort of, U571 underwater coordinates. I don't know what that was. Yeah, this is a much more attractive Jean Grey than I started with. This looks like a hot woman versus what I what I pretended to use. Did I watch Deadpool? Nope. Nope, I did not. You trying to get me into something here, man? You trying to pull me in? So, okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see here. Am I a Deadpool hater? I don't know. Oh, awesome, awesome. Good tool. Sorry for zoning out, guys. I just wanted to get this one area done well. That's why I love this brush pen stuff. Brushes in general. You can really, if you have a good brush with a good tip, you can get nice little fine lines, get great detail with your tool. All right, I think I'm going to have to stop here, you guys. So I'm going to get things ready before my father arrives. You guys be good. I'm still working, apparently, and not. Hold on. Let's figure out a good spot to stop. So you guys be good. Don't do drugs. Don't drive drunk. Whatever. And just be good to each other. And God bless you. And don't hurt yourselves with any dangerous tricks you may have learned here. I promise you it won't end well. Just kidding. Let's see. Is that better? Is that better there? That makes me feel better? Kind of does make me feel better. All right, you guys, be good, and we'll talk again soon.